Hey everyone, Dr. Amanda Nanasy back again with another installment for Tier 1 Sports Vision Pros. This one is on basic training drills. So what makes up a basic training drill is different, not just for each sport, but even each position. Let's talk about football, for example. American football. So if I'm working with a wide receiver, I'm going to work on eye-hand coordination so they can get their hands on the ball, and anticipatory skills so they can accurately judge when the ball is going to make it from the quarterback to its target destination. Where if I'm working with the quarterback, I'm going to do more peripheral awareness training and cognitive skills so they can make the appropriate decision of where to get that ball. So keep in mind when you're learning these basic drills that they can always be enhanced and specialized for each athlete. And if you want to take it to the next level, there's more training and certification that we can do for that. So for now, I'll hand it over to one of the guys that's won more championships than anyone I know, my fellow Sports Vision Pro, Dr. Keith Smthson.
Thanks, Amanda. And I am Dr. Keith Smthson. And we are both going to talk to you about basic vision training. What is basic vision training? It doesn't mean we're going to do 40 push-ups and run 2 miles. Basic vision training means doing vision training with different types of devices, different types of balls, different types of things you can acquire or make today, tomorrow, and take on the field with you the next time you get out there to add a visual component to the training you're going to do. Thinking about the athletic environment, thinking about the athlete you're working with, whether or not they're an athlete who looks in up gaze because they're a basketball player, or they look in down gaze because they're a soccer player, or they're a goalie that needs to work eye-hand coordination, or they're a soccer player that needs eye-foot coordination. Making the drill something that they do anyway with a visually demanding edge is basic vision training. What if we take a natural size baseball and a natural size bat, and we do that swing, we do that soft toss drill? We're familiar with that, we've seen it a million times. How can we make it more difficult? What if we take this ball and make it this ball? All of a sudden, it's become more difficult. Now we have to swing and hit a smaller ball. That's vision training. What else can we change? What about the variable of the bat? What if we take the bat and narrow it down to a very small wooden stick? To make contact with this small ball, all of a sudden has now become more visually demanding. I've heard athletes through the years in my professional leagues that have hit sunflower seeds, that have hit bottle caps with broomsticks. That is vision training that they learned as kids in different countries that have been really taught to them as ways to become better hitters. Make it more challenging off the field so it becomes easier on the field. What do you think about that, Amanda?
How's this for basic? Some of the best basic training drills can be done with a tennis ball. One drill involves you just literally throwing the ball off of the wall and rebounding it. You could do the same thing with added difficulty using a grounding net or special balls that react differently because they're kind of misshapen. You can find those easily online. For an added element of complexity and to improve quickness, you can do one of these turn and catch drills. They're one of my favorite drills for baseball players to help improve quick reaction and pitch recognition. Peripheral awareness can also be enhanced by doing this 2-person quick pickup drill or this other variation called bear dropping. The ball has to be picked up peripherally in order to make a quick response. Does all this sound too easy for you? How about adding a strobe spec to any of these drills for added difficulty? Or instead of a tennis ball, you can use something with variability like Hiko sticks or a howler ring. If you want to get really fancy and stand on a balance ball or a Bosa ball, go for it, man, but just don't get hurt.
The best thing about basic training drills is they can be done anywhere. You can take visual skills, add them to things that you're doing already. Add them to things you're doing in your athletic environment. You can do them in an office. You can do them inside. Outside?
While mowing the lawn.
On a dock.
In the operating room. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Literally anywhere. Okay, maybe that was a little too much. But we can certainly do basic training drills in just about any environment. We have things that we can add to just about any athletic environment that you're in, playing just about any sport you play. The point is, let's add a skill to make it more visually demanding to create visual training. of the things I remember as a kid is out playing soccer, running around and dribbling the ball and having the coach say, tell me how many fingers I'm holding up when I clap my hands or blow the whistle. And you're dribbling around, 2, 3. The point was to get your head up when you were dribbling and work on a skill in soccer that's really important about seeing the field and moving your head around. Little did I know, when I was a wee little soccer player, I was doing vision training.
And while we're at it, why don't we talk about some equipment that we can use as well. This is a vector ball. You can ask for a different response based on the color it turns. You can do your tennis ball drills with much more complexity using one of these. I can even add a cognitive spin on these cheap little numbers I picked up from the local party store. Rather than just catching them, my athlete has to catch them and verbalize what to do with the ball when it's caught. So Keith, what are some drills that you do with basic equipment to add a cognitive spin on your training?
There's a level of difficulty that comes with keeping your eye on the ball. Whether we change the colors of the ball, which are obviously easier for us to perceive from further distance away, turn around, catch the balls, red ball with your right hand, blue ball with your left hand, white ball, both hands. We have to think, we have to see, we have to react. All the things we have to do in an athletic environment. Easier when the balls are colored, more difficult when the balls are the same color with numbers on them. Catch the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Much more difficulty. We have to focus in that much more to pick up those really subtle details in balls that look similar but are slightly different in the demand that we're asking the athlete to do. Kick the number 2 with your right foot, kick the number 3 with your left foot, number 4, let it go. Okay? Things like that, again, create a demand that the athlete has to see the target, quickly process what the target is, a number 1, 2, 3, or 4, and then tell my body quick enough what to do to be able to do it before the ball's passed or before we catch it with the wrong hand.
And one more thing before we go. One of the things we work on in sports vision training is something called automaticity. We want to make things automatic because we have practiced them in various loading scenarios. We want to train everything extra challenging and often mirror what you do on the field as much as possible to increase our field translation value. Just because you have some ideas of some of the vision training drills does not replace the need for a comprehensive eye exam. You have to make sure you're working with the best equipment to ensure that you get the best results. What if your athlete has reduced vision in one eye or the eyes aren't aligning properly? You don't want to waste their time doing drills that might not be giving them the most benefit. What if I send you to the driving range to practice chipping and I give you a putter? So with that in mind, feel free to do some of these drills at your own risk, or even better, by working with a trained professional. That's a wrap on your introduction to sports vision basic training.
Visit us more on Sports Vision Pros, Tier 2, Tier 3 coming to learn more about specifics of these vision training drills, the more advanced vision training drills, and how we can do these things as a team. Until next time, Sports Vision Pros.